If you're watching this, you probably have an app idea sitting in the back of your head that you've never acted on because, well, you didn't know how to build it. I was in the exact spot. So I opened Base 44, started typing, and by the end of the afternoon, I had a fully working quiz app. 6 categories, difficulty levels, a leaderboard, plus Gmail and Google Sheets integration. No code, no developer, just prompts. In this video, I'll show you exactly how I did it. Every prompt, every fix, nothing skipped. Even if Base 44 is completely new to you, you'll be able to follow along. And to do so, you will first need to create an account. And to do that, you want to click the link in the description of this video, which will take you to this page where you can create a completely free account. You don't even need a credit card with Base 44. And you will get 5 free credits so you can follow along with me. All right, let's get into it. Step 1, App Foundation and Data Model. The first prompt is where you lay everything down at once: the app name, the full design system, and every data model the app is going to need. I gave Base 44 the app name, Quizly, 2 Google fonts, the letter 1 for headings and buttons, and pop-ins for body text, a complete color palette with hex values for every UI state, border radius rules, and responsive breakpoints for mobile, tablet, and desktop. Then in the same prompt, I defined 5 data models: user, category, quiz, question, and quiz attempts. Each one with its field, data types, and relationships mapped out. The question model includes 4 answer options and a correct option field that the UI never exposes until after the user selects an answer. The quiz attempt model captures everything: score, correct answers, total questions, time taken, and a timestamp. What Base 44 returned from that single prompt was already a functioning app. 6 categories, 6 quizzes, 16 sample questions, a home screen with a featured banner, a leaderboard, and a profile page, all from a single prompt. Pretty incredible. Now, one thing worth mentioning here: Base 44 generated its own set of categories: science, history, geography, movies, music, and sports. I was happy with those, so I kept them. But if you have something specific in mind, just name your categories clearly in the prompt and Base 44 will build around them. So the foundation is in. Now let's sort out the layout before we go any further. Step 2, responsive layout fix. The first issue that showed up was on desktop view. The app content was sitting in a narrow column in the center of the screen with empty space on both sides. Not broken, but not right either. I sent a fix prompt to update the responsive rule: 480 pixels max width on mobile, 720 on tablet, and 1080 on desktop. On desktop specifically, the bottom navigation converts to a left sidebar with stacked vertical nav items, and the main content area shifts to sit beside it. While I was at it, I also fixed the category section. It was rendering as a horizontal scroll row with navigation arrows on mobile and tablet, which looked clunky and cut off the last item. One more prompt replaced it with a clean wrapping flex grid: 4 items per row on mobile, 5 on tablet, and 6 on desktop. No scroll bars, no arrows, no clipping. All right, the layout is clean across all screen sizes. Now let's set up the onboarding screen. Step 3, onboarding screen. Before users land on the home screen, I wanted a welcome moment, something simple that sets the tone for the app. For Quizly, I wanted a full screen, warm yellow background, an owl mascot, and a simple card with the heading, "Are you ready?" and a green pill button that says, "Yes, let's start the quiz." Now, the tricky part here was that Base 44 initially placed the onboarding content inside a daily challenge banner on the home screen instead of creating a separate screen. We had to fix that, restore the homepage to its original state, and then create the onboarding as its own dedicated route that only appears once, the first time a user logs in. After they tap the button, it marks onboarding as complete and redirects to the home screen. Every login after that goes straight to the home. And with that sorted, let's get into the quiz itself. Step 4, quiz gameplay and scoring logic. The active quiz screen has a lot going on at once: a progress bar, a countdown timer, the question, and 4 answer buttons. When the user selects an answer, the correct option highlights in green and any wrong selection highlights in coral before the app moves to the next question. The timer turns red when there are 10 seconds left. The scoring logic was one of the most important fixes in this build. After testing the app, the results screen was showing 0 points and 0 correct answers, even when questions were answered correctly. And the problem was that the session state wasn't carrying the score through to the results screen. So I made a targeted fix prompt to resolve it. And now every correct answer increments the score in real time. The results screen pulls directly from the live session data, and when the quiz ends, a quiz attempt record is saved to the database with the full breakdown: score, correct answers, total questions, time taken, and a timestamp. The user's total points badge on the home screen updates immediately after. Alright, scoring is working. Let's build out the leaderboard. Step 5. Leaderboard. The leaderboard needed 2 display states. When there are fewer than 3 users, it shows a simple ranked list. Each user in a full-width white card with their rank, avatar initial, username, and a points badge. When 3 or more users exist, it switches to a podium view. Rank 2 on the left, rank 1 elevated in the center with a gold border and a crown, and rank 3 on the right, with column podium blocks below each avatar. The initial render had a single user floating off to the right side of the screen, and it wasn't quite what I was aiming for. A layout fix prompt corrected it, and the leaderboard will populate properly as real users complete quizzes and accumulate points. So, leaderboard is solid. Now, let's add some personality to the experience. Step 6. Sound effects and settings. Sound effects make a quiz app feel alive. I added 3. A 2-tone ascending chime for correct answers, a short descending buzz for wrong ones, and a brief celebratory jingle when the results screen loads. All 3 are generated programmatically using the Web Audio API. No audio files, no external libraries. In the profile screen, there's a sound effects toggle under a setting card. It's on by default, switches to a muted icon when turned off, and the preference saves to the user's profile so it persists across sessions. Users who find the sounds distracting can turn them off permanently without affecting anything else. Settings are in place. Now, the integrations. Step 7. Gmail and Google Sheets integrations. Rather than wiring the integrations directly to every user's account automatically, I gave users control over it. There's a connected accounts section on the profile screen with 2 cards, one for Gmail and one for Google Sheets. When a user connects Gmail, every completed quiz automatically triggers a results email to their accounts. The subject line includes the quiz title, and the body shows their score, points earned, time taken, and a short motivational message that adjusts based on how well they did. The Google Sheets card works the same way. Connected, and every quiz attempt gets logged as a new row in a sheet called Quizly Results Tracker. Timestamp, username, quiz title, category, difficulty, score, points, time, and a pass or fail results. It appends, never overwrites. If the sheet doesn't exist yet, it gets created with the correct headers automatically. So, the integrations are covered. Now, let's do the final polish. Step 8. Final polish. The last prompt covered data sync verification, integration testing, a full responsiveness audit, and background decoration. For the background, I asked for soft, subtle circles in the app's green and coral colors at very low opacity. Barely visible, just enough to add some warmth to the background on the home, quizzes, leaderboard, and profile screens. Base44 initially placed the shapes inside the quiz cards instead of behind everything, so a quick follow-up prompt fixed the layering. After that, everything looked right. After the final prompt ran, I published the app, signed in as a real user, and walked through every screen. Scoring worked, points updated immediately, sounds were there at the right moments, and the settings toggle held across sessions. Now, the leaderboard had one last issue when I tested it with a real account. Sent one more fix prompt, and it was resolved immediately. So the question I had going into this was, is Base44 actually worth your time? And after building this, here is where I land. The speed is hard to beat. A fully working, database-backed, authenticated app with integrations and responsive design in an afternoon is not what most tools at this price point can deliver. The prompt-based workflow becomes intuitive quickly once you stop thinking about instructions and start thinking about outcomes. Now, the honest caveat is that the output is unpredictable in places. There were moments in this build where a prompt came back with something I didn't ask for, or where a fix introduced a new issue somewhere else. And that's okay, it happens. The output is not guaranteed, and you will spend time correcting things. That's just part of working with AI. The key is learning to write precise, targeted corrections rather than vague ones. If you're a founder or part of a small team that needs something working without the cost and timeline of hiring a developer, Base 44 is worth taking seriously. It's not a replacement for production-grade engineered products, but for internal tools, working prototypes, or anything you need validated quickly, it genuinely delivers. So, if you want to try building your first app, the link to Base 44 is in the description. It's completely free to sign up, you don't even need a credit card, and you're gonna get 5 free credits. So, click the link, sign up, and let me know what you're gonna build. And also, if you enjoyed this video, you're definitely gonna enjoy this one as well, because here I built another cool app using Base 44. So click here and I'll see you there.